morning, everyone, and welcome to our Prestige PEO webinar series. My name is Shannon Shah. I am Operations Supervisor at Prestige PEO and your host this morning. Today, we will be talking about the upcoming Prestige Pro advancements. I am joined by Joe Dodgson, Chief Information and Technology Officer at Prestige PEO. Our webinar viewers are automatically muted, but we encourage you to utilize the chat feature for any questions you may have, and we will address them at the end of the webinar if time allows. If your question is not answered, we will follow up with you shortly after the webinar concludes. The webinar is also being recorded and will be posted on prestigepeo.com/webinars page so you can refer to it at any time. And now we'll get started with the webinar. Welcome, Joe.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the first webinar that I have done since I have been at Prestige PEO. And it's one of many that we're going to be doing from a technology and product standpoint over the next, really over the next year. But we've got a lot of exciting things that are going to be coming out, over the next 2 quarters of the first 2 quarters of 2024. I want to go through, who I am, what I do here. Everybody can read, I've been here. I've got 25 years of experience in the industry. I've been here for almost 2 years. And it's been an interesting time just with the evolution of our company and the evolution of technology and everything that we've got going on. And I really am excited about where we're going to be, what it's going to look like, and kind of where we're going with the platform moving forward in 2024. So what we're here to talk about today, first and foremost, is the portal for what everybody logs into, looks at, and the new unified user experience that has been created for this. There's a couple of things. When it comes to technology today, consumers, users, our clients, they want to see the latest and greatest in technology. They want a modern and intuitive interface, and they want the capabilities to be able to do their jobs and perform, what they want to do when they want to do it. So there's a couple of things that that need to happen. First of all, it needs to look modern, and I'll get to that when we get to the demo. And then second of all, it's got to make sense. It's got to lay out perfectly. It's got to look nice. It's got to provide the different functionality that people are looking for without having to look and go to a help screen or something else. And I think with what we've got going on here, it's going to be a welcome upgrade to kind of where we are. So what can we expect with the new UEX? We can expect, obviously, number one, a modern design, and then really an improved response behavior of everything here. So now I'm going to talk about what the portal looks like. So right now the portal is in beta. We have a couple of clients that we've turned this on for, and it's just a completely different view of what we had before. All the dashboard widgets have been updated for a sleek, modern appearance and improved functionality. Several widgets have been redesigned from the ground up for improved functionality, including the paid time off widget. If you use paid time off, the paid time off tool in our system, the My Benefits widget, the pay widget, and there's also a birthdays and anniversary widget over on the manager side, which we'll get to in a little bit. So when it comes to what everything the same functionality from the employee standpoint, in this system exists in what we currently have now. There's a couple areas in the workflow area, both in employee onboarding as well as benefit enrollment that's been redesigned to make it flow much easier through the process. And, just from the sake of watching me walk through a whole bunch of screens on those two things, what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is we're going to be putting out a couple of videos that walk through those two areas specifically, because those are really the two areas that that have the most, not really change, but redesign from an efficiency standpoint, and it just looks a lot easier and better than what the system looks like. Then everything that we do, everything that's in the system now, is very, there's the same behaviors and the same expected look throughout the system. So, even though everything is in one environment, it has looked a little bit, different, when you log into the onboarding, the benefit enrollment, all that's going to change. It's going to look exactly the same. So from the standpoint of what the system looks like, again, all the same information, is there, for, you want to go in and, edit information, you want to go look at your benefit summary. It's going to pull up all the benefits that you have, the pay history, same thing. You're going to go in, you're going to be able to, get your pay stubs. You can view the pay stub. You can download the check. Direct deposit for, check on your direct deposits, add the accounts, do all the different things that, you need to be able to do your job to, get paid. So the pay, and then the paid time off. This is something that, again, if your clients are currently, using the paid time off through Prism for requesting and everything else, this is what the new tool looks like. If you want to learn more about it, please feel free to reach out to payroll, to me, to our HRBPs, just to let us know that you would be interested in, setting this up if you haven't already leveraged, the paid time off system, inside of Prism. If you don't, like I said, if you don't currently use it, you're more than, we can set up the accruals in the system to track you have the PTO for employees. So again, this is one of the tools that has been rebuilt from the ground up. So again, it's much more visual, and a lot of this has changed to the point where it just makes it look a lot nicer and a lot newer in the system. So I'll go back to the menus over here. So the menus are a little bit different than they were in the old system. If you want to go look at your benefit summary, and again, you can see the responsiveness in this new tool, compared to the current portal, and that's the way the design has been across the board, is just trying to build this out so that that it has, again, that improved response behavior. Pay, again, pay history. You can view pay stubs. You can view the checks. You can download the checks. You can get, your W-2s, tax withholding. Again, you're going to select. If for the year 2023, 2022, however long that you've been with Prestige, you'll be able to go back and get your W-2s. If you're loading up documents, for your employees, they have the ability to go in and get the documents here. There would be I-9s, and then really anything that you want to be able to store for an employee, to to keep at record. And there's all kinds of hierarchy that we can build inside the documents to keep any sort of record, licenses, whatever you want in the system for each of your employees. And then down here, and I kind of wanted to talk, we offer some advanced functionality through our environment with third-party providers. We use timekeeping with Timeco, Chronos. We have Clear, which is a performance management tool for reviews. We have Jazz HR for applicant tracking, and all of those tools would be available here, for single sign-on. So if an employee wants to go in and clock in, they could come in, hit the button, single sign-on. It goes to the page, and they are using, they're logged right in. They're not having to log in twice. So again, this is something that, a lot of, on the timekeeping side, we have a lot of our clients that use timekeeping. We're starting to get a lot of traction with the performance management tools. So, one of the, if anybody wants any further information about any of those, those items, please reach out to your HR business partner, and we will set up information. We will set up a time to go over it with you and see if it fits, and make sure that it's solving the problem that you're trying to solve with helping to manage your employees. So one of the biggest improvements from the user experience is right up here. So as worksite managers in companies, right now you log into two different places. In the future, you're going to be able to literally just click the button, and you now have the ability to see the functionality as that you need as a manager. Now, this is the one area that, from a roadmap perspective for 2024, there's going to be a lot of things that we're moving out of, the core login when you're a worksite manager on the other side, that you're still going to have to do, through the first quarter or two. But throughout 2024, the roadmap for the manager side of this is to move all of this into this environment. So again, there's one user interface that you're utilizing, and you're not logging into multiple places. You're logging in one time, and you have everything at your fingertips. So one of the things, again, some of the new widgets that have brought out, and one of the things we talked about earlier, birthdays and anniversaries, right? So you can see, it's little thing, it's things like this, just to kind of help manage your employees, and just, give them that, hey, happy birthday, here's the anniversary, here's the different things that we do. And instead of having to go look up a report and do all these things, based on in this system, the reports we create the hierarchy so that managers can go in and have the ability to see their employees, see their approvals that they have waiting. So, for instance, right here, there's these two people have, an I-9 section 2 that still needs to be, filled out. And then there'll be a PTO calendar. So if there are approved PTO, if there's approved or pending approval, you'll be able to see everything in one spot from here for all your employees that are assigned to you in the system. So, and this is where the biggest advances are going to be over the next 2 quarters, is in all of the functionality that will be moved out of, where you're currently logging into, and then moving over into this environment. Again, it'll be much easier to just click a button instead of having to log into 2 different places. So the new hire dashboard, and again, the widget's up on the front, but it tells you, all the people you have, all your new hires, where they are. If obviously this person hasn't hired anybody yet, but they have 2 in progress. Managing of documents. So this is where I was talking about earlier. So we have the different levels and different things that we can do from a company, employee, global perspective on documentation. So we have the ability to, build this out as much as you want and provide as much information and store it with each of the employees or even at the company level in the environment. And so with this, like I said earlier, when we first started, right now it's in beta, and it's been in beta since September. So there's a couple of functionalities in the system, and one of them's in onboard, and one of them's in benefit enrollment. And I think there's one last thing on the onboarding side that is being resolved right now. But we're looking at being able to, move this over, flip the switch so that it's available to all the clients sometime in, probably the second or third week of January. Just from, making sure we get through, the new year. And then what we'll do is we'll be, putting out announcements. Hey, the new portal's online. And we just want to make sure that everybody's, kind of ready for it. We'll kind of, move it out a little bit and then give the final date. And I'm looking probably somewhere the second or third week of January, this will be turned on. We have some housekeeping things we have to do behind the scenes to just, make sure that everything is working, and that what we currently have for our portal users now, it's also in the new system as well. So just some housekeeping issues that we're working through to get this done. So from the from the portal, this is going to really be the basis of how the interaction with us as a client, our client interaction as we move forward. One of the things that we're also continuing to do is starting to understand that as we move through working through the different requirements for every company. Everybody has different requirements, whether you're a 5 employee company or you're a 500 person employee company. There's just different nuances that that people want to be able to have and do, again, at their fingertips. So there's a lot of functionality that we've kind of taken on, where you come to us and say, hey, use a real simple one. Hey, I need a new department. And then there's some emails that go back and forth and so on and so forth, and we get it set up. So there's a self-service, piece to this, especially on the manager side, that we want to start, moving out. And these are the things that we want to start communicating, and then start getting feedback from everyone on, hey, I want to be able to do this. And you know what? We want to make that happen for you. So there's the self-service aspect of what we're going to be rolling out. And again, when it comes to being able to do this, especially on the work on the manager side of being able to go in to manage the entire group, you want to be able to do things and not have to wait and not get the back and forth. So that's kind of another thing. That's kind of another initiative of ours over the next couple of months. We'll be sending out more information about, hey, here's what our capabilities are. Whether you have handbooks that are very specific to what you want to be able to do and move into into your onboarding solution, or you want to roll out new information to all the employees and make sure they get it signed and so on and so forth. There's just a multitude of things that we can do, that we can provide to give you that ability to just manage your worksite employees much easier. There's a lot of work going on the benefit side. So as the year goes on, there will be improvements made from the benefits piece. And and for those who have been involved with our open enrollment portal, that's something that we've built. All the technology products in our company now fall under my area. And so we've hired specific product managers in each of those areas to, again, assess the needs, continue to build out functionality, and just make sure that we provide a better user experience, because that's what this is all about. This portal, all of these things, it's about a better user experience, and not only for the worksite managers of our clients, but for the employees themselves. So this is kind of the core, our core ideal as we get through, as we build and do everything, is how can we make it easier for you to do business with us. So there's going to be a lot of upgrades, as we go throughout the year, to continue to improve that customer experience. And this having a unified looked a modern interface that is much more responsive and just creates better behaviors just from the intuitiveness of the widgets that have been rebuilt, is a great start from where we want to go. So with that, I want to kind of talk about the next area. All right. So the next piece is our reporting solution. So for those of you who don't already use Report Center, Report Center is going to be the core of what everything looks like and where everything is going to be built out over the next 6 to 12 months. So what the whole idea is to create a single reporting architecture, making sure that the platform addresses all of the needs across all of the different products. The alignment, the platform architecture needs to be able to integrate with data warehouses and other solutions. So whether you're using a performance management tool, whether you have other data that you use in some other way, we need to be able to bring all of that information into one single architecture. And then we want to be able to support basic to advanced users, and the new technology interface is going to be able to do that and it's not going to be a multiple things. It's just going to be based on the type of user that's set up. Now, on the reporting side, and when I'll talk about this a little bit when we get to the roadmap. There's going to be we're going to be doing a lot of training with this. So as we start to roll this out, and I'll kind of talk timelines on this a little bit, to be able to show the users how to help themselves from a simple perspective. And then obviously there's going to be times where there's going to be a little bit more complex request, and we want to be able to build those out for you, but you're going to have the ability to monitor and maintain and make changes and edits to those things. We can give you the basics, what you're looking for, but then give you the ability to be able to do this by yourself without always having to reach out to somebody to do something. And in this, there's going to be an easy ability to create dashboards and visuals that are in Report Center, but also can be that we can embed in other products as well. And then all of this whole new reporting schema and architecture is going to be built out within the next 12 months. So some of the new future tech functionality, the ability to create reports from scratch. Renaming column headers instead of always, just being stuck with whatever the naming convention is in the database, adding custom field calculations, creating the visualizations, editing the joins for advanced users who, if you're a SQL user, or even if you're a Power BI user or some of the other data tools, you're going to be able to do more than you currently can do, and not just use what has been given to you in the current reporting environment. Modeling data, scheduling reports for delivery in new ways, and creating business rules. Now, this architecture is being built on Snowflake. Snowflake is a data warehouse, data lake. Recently been in the news again. They're performing very, very well on Wall Street right now. They've got great technology, and just the ability to move quickly in the environment, and the performance of Snowflake is just phenomenal. Reports that used to take even 5, 10, 15 minutes are now being done in 10 to 20 seconds. So this is going to be one of the biggest areas of improvement, is on the performance side. Now, one of the nice things about using this tool is the ability to upload other data into this that doesn't just exist in this environment here. So we're going to be able to upload CSV data, text delimited data into Snowflake, that you're going to be able to use to marry with the data coming out of our system to create the reports that you're looking for. This will be available in the summer of 2024. For those people who have advanced, SQL tools, or people on staff, you're going to be able to, leverage those people's skills in this environment as well. And then, again, streamline report delivery. Again, we're trying to make it so that it's easier to do business with us and easier for you to do your job. And so being able to create and deploy new reports without engineering and development, is going to be key to, the timeliness of getting what you need for your business and for your employees. Let's back up again. So a couple of the advanced functionalities that we're talking about here is, one of them is this ad hoc and custom report. And so you can use, any of the tables that are going to be, available for access in the system, to be able to go through and just literally walk through these tools, these visual tools, to be able to join the data. You're not going to need to be a SQL developer to, be able to create a join and bring information together. So these are and again, I'll walk through this on the next slide, the timing of all this, but the beta on this is gonna start in the winter. So winter, January, end of January, beginning of February, the beta will be rolling out for this. So we'll be able to start kind of diving into all of these things. But the intuitiveness and kind of why I kind of wanted to show this is just, it's not going to be, this, oh, I have to write code to be able to do all these things. It's going to be very, very intuitive to be able to go through this, and we'll have different, different levels of users in the system, that will give you the ability to do more or less, to be able to get through all these things. One of the other pieces here is on the data visualization. So if anybody's familiar, again, with Power BI, with Tableau, and the other data visualization tools, one of the nice things is being able to click into these visualizations, and then be able to see the actual data and do something with it. So you can create any sort of visualization based around the data, and then not always and be able to just literally click into it and say, okay, what does that actually look like, and be able to export it and do other things with it. So again, the ability to create visual tools for other users that they can easily just go in and get the things they're looking for without having to run something or schedule something is going to be a vast improvement over how we currently do this. And it's going to be all integrated into our environment. We're not going to have to bring in third-party tools and do all these different things that we've had to do in the past, or you've had to do in the past, to be able to get the data that you're looking for. We're not, hopefully we're eliminating the days of VLOOKUPs in Excel by giving you tools to get what you want when you want for the time frame and the time periods that you're looking for. So the kind of last area, this is really the, kind of the roadmap for the reporting. And so the beta starts in January. The introduction of the new reporting interface. It's going to be built on the existing report center. So there's not going to be this. It's not going to be a huge leap from people who are currently using report center to where we're going. It's not a complete rebuild. They're not bringing in a whole new tool to use. They're enhancing what we currently have to be able to offer these advanced services. So it's going to go live in Q1. So we'll again, the advanced features will start coming out, and all the migration of all the default reports to Snowflake and the next generation of the reporting center, the sharing, and then phase 3 and down here. So every year our vendor has a big, huge conference, and they typically roll out a lot of things. So during June of next year, the last piece of the importing of data sources from outside the system will be available. There'll be the different levels of security, so people aren't seeing information you don't want them to see, and then the integration of the dashboards. Like I said, there's a big push across the board for everything we do from benefits. So there'll be the benefit reporting will be updated as well, and then the dashboarding that we'll be able to also walk through and show and create for all of our users. So when it comes to this specific piece, we're going to be doing a lot of this webinar training over the next few months, because as this comes up, there's going to be a lot of enhancement that we want to be able to get out to everybody in relative short order, and give people tools and insight that they currently haven't had around around the data that's in our system as it is today. So really looking forward to being able to roll this out, and we're going to do it with a combination of training webinars, but we're definitely going to be building and bringing out a training center with reference materials, both video and printed. And then we do have a reporting team in our at our company that's led by Megan Barneson, and she will be instrumental as we roll this out and help people get the information that they're looking for. And the beauty of this is it's really dynamic. This isn't about being static. It's being able to build things out where you go into a dashboard or a data visualization and it's updated. It's there. You're not having to constantly refresh things all the time and do all these different things. You're going to have tools and data at your fingertips to be able to do your job the way you want to be able to do it. And hopefully it will make our ability to do business with us much easier and much more efficient than where we currently are today. So that's really kind of where we're at right now with what our immediate rollouts is. For January, we're going to roll out the new unified user experience. And then we'll start, I look at probably February, we'll start with going through once we get the new the next generation report center up and in, we will be able to start actually sitting down and working through it. And then as we go through, if there's certain things that we can do to help alleviate issues, we definitely will. And just these things are really, really exciting to us right now, because it creates a whole new level of sophistication and technology advancement that we haven't had, and without having to, reinvent the wheel to do it. So we're really excited about the opportunities that we're going to have to be able to, move all of this data and give you and ultimately your employees a better experience of working with our technology systems. So with that, I will kick this back over to Shannon.
Hey, Joe, I've got lots of questions from our listeners. I know you talked a little bit about a calendar. There are some questions about if it's possible for client contacts, administrators to receive the updated platform first before it rolls out company-wide.
So I can't do it on an individual basis. It is by client. So, but we can kind of, what we can do, I mean, literally it's the click of a button. Once we have it set up, we have it, we can click a button to turn it on and literally click it to turn it back off again. So if there's an opportunity that maybe someone wants a day or something to look at from the perspective of different things, we'd be more than willing to accommodate that. That would not be an issue at all.
Thank you so much. And I know you mentioned the beta would be ready in February. When will this new UEX portal design be effective for everyone?
So the plan is to roll it out in probably the second or third week of January, probably the third week of January, just to get through, the beginning of the year, make sure everything's, situated, and then just give us time for just the housekeeping that we're going to be doing with, just making sure that everything is equal, that we don't lose, SSO links and custom links that we might have created for companies for specific things that they're looking for. So the UEX portal is January, but if there's, for whatever reason, if someone doesn't want to, click into it and turn it on, again, we can do it. It's not an all or nothing, but it is by client. So we can turn it off and on for specific clients if there happens to be any issues. But we'll also be putting out, video tutorials through for everything as well. Just to let everybody know, we'll be sending out announcements saying, hey, this is here we are. Here's a little more in depth. But from the employee standpoint, it's just it's going to look a little bit different. Really the two biggest areas that are efficiency improvements are onboarding, which is for new hires, and then benefit enrollment, again, which would be for new hires, and then when we go through open enrollment, the open enrollment period. So, and again, as we go throughout the year, we're going to have new product managers in these areas that are going to be delivering changes to the user experience and making sure that everybody's, aware and how it works, and just make sure that we get through everything clean.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I saw that there were different phases. Is there charges? I saw there was a license phase 2 advanced. Someone wanted to know about if there was a charge associated with that.
Nope. None of these. Now on the reporting, I don't know that there might be a little bit of licensing, but I'm not quite sure on that one. It would only be for the advanced users, but again, this is one of those things that, as we work through it, we're not looking to, just go out there and create more. But as of now, there is no additional licensing charges for the advanced functionality that we're going to be that we're rolling out, and there is none on the UEX side for both the employee and manager side at all.
Awesome. And is the upgrade optional?
It is. It absolutely is. Like I said, we can turn it on, or we can turn it on individually. So, if for whatever reason, you don't want us to, flip it to the new look, we don't have to turn it on for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next question. This looks like an update for the web portal. Is the app getting revamped as well?
Yeah, so so this definitely ties into the app. So as one of the things that, that is very important to the redesign of this user experience, and I'm kind of gonna go through some notes that I put down, is the screen elements in this new UEX are, dynamically scaled to fit a wide range of different displays. So when it comes to phone, laptop, iPads, there it will look different if we flip it goes hand in hand. If we turn on the new the UEX for a client, when they go to log in, it will also have that new look to it as well.
Oh, that's great. Will the PTO in this new system link with our Kronos platform? Will it be integrated?
Um, that's a good question. That's so on the Kronos side right now, we are looking at doing a little more tighter integration. We have started working with some different things within Kronos. And PTO is one of the areas that we are looking for. So when it comes to timekeeping systems, it's kind of what's been, if you're using a timekeeping system, because that's where, the payroll records are coming from, typically you're going to manage the PTO requests in that environment as well. But it's something that we're actually looking at, and we've been actively reviewing to see if we can have a back and forth, a two-way communication with Kronos and Prism from the PTO perspective. So yeah, that's to be determined. But we are actually working. We have been reviewing the API with Kronos as they continue to build out their API as well. So if there's a specific person that wants to talk to me about that, please feel free to reach out, and we can discuss that more and see if we have if we have a way to be able to do that, because I would like to be able to have this seamless integration across everything that we do with any particular software packages that people might be using. So, and we could talk about that more. And we do have the ability to integrate that with our staff in house.
On the PTO note, Joe, is there going to be any kind of company-wide PTO calendar visibility option so that employees can view who's out that month?
So I know in Timeco, if a client uses Timeco, you can. From the manager perspective, yes. From the employee perspective, I need to check. I'm not sure if that functionality, that security is set up. So let me get back. I'll need to verify that for sure.
Thank you, Joe. There are a lot of reporting questions, and I know people with reporting questions can definitely reach out to you specifically, but just to touch on a couple of them, will clients be able to filter reports by certain departments and employee status, like cooks that were active on a specific date?
With this new tool, absolutely.
Okay, well, that is an improvement, and we've definitely had some interest in that. And with regard to benefits, is there a benefits report that can run people enrolled in benefits with the cost and the past dates and future dates of the company's costs?
Yes. Now that is something that we can. So one of the things that we haven't we have a complete reporting environment currently that is separate from our production environment, that is real time. So we actually have the ability to build custom reports like that. So we can do that now, and I know that definitely in the future with the ability of the new tool, we'll be able to do the same thing. All that data exists, so we can definitely, if there's a specific request on that, I'd love to work on that right now and get that information out there to that specific person.
Excellent. I will definitely relay who our inquiring minds are to you. I believe that is all of the questions. If there's anything that I missed, I can send the chat over to you, Joe. Any final thoughts before I close it out?
No, I just want to make sure that everybody understands that, from the, from the standpoint of, not knowing what maybe you can or can't do, or you need something specific that maybe you didn't get, the answer, or you're maybe not sure, please feel free to, to reach out. And I have, I have no problem people reaching out to me, but I have a wonderful team of people that work with me that can help. I can put you in touch with to be able to solve these problems. And I just want to make sure, I just want you to understand that you're not on an island. That we've really fortified our technology group, and we continue to do so. It's one of our our areas of focus for 2024 is to continue to hire experts in different areas that can provide the solutions to our clients. Like I said, we've got some great people already. We're continuing to build out this team. I'm really excited about the future, for not only for externally for our clients, but internally as well, because I think there's a lot of things that we're going to be able to do to help our own company provide better service and solutions to you. And so it's really exciting for me to be able to kind of be at the forefront of this right now, at this time. So really excited about, I love to talk about, what we can do to help, fix the problem that you're trying to solve. I believe that, there's always a way to do it. And I really enjoy being able to have those conversations and bring people together to, make sure that we get that, that for you. So, please, again, feel free to reach out. We'd love to be able to, help you guys get what you're looking for. So with that, that's kind of all I have to wrap up.
Thank you so much, Joe, for this valuable presentation. And thank you to everyone for joining us. You can view this webinar recording on our website by visiting prestigepeo.com/webinars. If you have any further questions, you can also reach out to your HR business partner for additional guidance. Be sure to check your inbox for our monthly Insights newsletter, which will give you the latest HR news information you need. You can also follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter for current happenings at Prestige PEO and the latest information. Finally, remember to download our Prestige Go mobile app for access to your benefits information and support from your HR team members on the go. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.